So, on today's video podcast, we're going to talk about sending or withdrawing bills from the floor of the Assembly or Senate. In the California legislature, generally committees deal with legislation before passing those measures to the floor of either the California State Assembly or the California State Senate. However, there are rare instances where legislators choose to return a bill to committee when it's pending on the floor, and there are times also when legislators desire to pull or withdraw a bill out of committee and place the measure on the floor. As you might imagine, there are rules governing these processes in each house of the California legislature. Let's start with the Assembly and then we'll turn to the Senate. In the Assembly, pursuant to Assembly Rule 96A, a legislator can make a motion to withdraw a bill or resolution from committee, or to re-refer a bill or a resolution from one committee to another committee. And this can occur during the regular course of business on the Assembly floor. The motion to re-refer a bill from the floor to a committee may be debated only as to the propriety of the reference of the bill to a committee, and a successful motion requires an affirmative vote of 41 or more Assembly members. Under Assembly Rule 96B, a bill or resolution may not be withdrawn from committee and placed upon the daily file unless a motion to withdraw has been heard and been approved by a majority vote of the Assembly Committee on Rules. However, this subdivision does not apply to a bill in a fiscal committee that's been amended so as not to require its reference to the fiscal committee. In addition, under Assembly Rule 97, a motion to re-refer a bill or resolution that's on the Assembly daily file to a committee can be also made during the regular course of business on the floor. The motion is debatable only as to the proprietary nature of that bill being referred to committee, and the motion requires a recorded vote of 41 or more Assembly members in order to be successful. Turning to the Senate, pursuant to Senate Rule 28, a bill or resolution may not be withdrawn from a committee except upon written notice being first given to the Committee on Rules. And the motion to withdraw requires 21 votes of the senators on the floor to be successful. There's also a provision in Senate Rule 29.2 that provides that a motion to strike any bill, resolution, or other question from the Senate daily file requires 21 affirmative votes from the senators on the floor. And as a result, the bill, resolution, or other question may not be acted upon again during that legislative session if it's actually been struck from the Senate daily file. Now, these procedural motions are necessary to conduct business in an orderly fashion on the floors of the California legislature. They're sometimes used by minority party legislators to try and force a public vote on a bill, perhaps that was defeated in a policy committee, that they would rather see have a full and robust debate on the floor. However, these motions are rarely successful, but the rules in each house are available for those instances when a bill needs to get to the floor in a hurry, or when a bill is more appropriately returned to a committee for further or additional review.